Whew. Well, good evening, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys and you lovely ladies, this literally does not work. Man, it has been crazy. You would think that this is the regular NFL season because we have been staying busy as can be. It's hard to keep up with everything. Literally, the franchise tag deadline was yesterday. We had the Dak Prescott press conference. We had Jamel's Alawalu was cut today. We had the restructuring of Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, Tyron Smith, saving us $17 million. The NFL came out with the official salary cap number of $182.5 million. The Cowboys, before the restructuring, had about $890,000 in cap space, which they freed up probably about $1 million with James, and then the 17, so they have roughly about $19 million to work with. And the NFL came out today also with the compensatory picks. Now, I've been talking about the compensatory picks for a long time. Okay, the way they work is, when you lose a free agent and you don't get a contract in kind, then you get a compensatory pick depending on how much the person was worth. Because we ended up losing Byron Jones and Jeff Heath, Robert Quinn, and was it Jason Witten? Maybe Jason Witten. We ended up getting a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth round compensatory pick. Now, the way the compensatory picks work are, you end up getting those at the end of the rounds. So we got a third, which is the highest that you can get. You can only go third. We got a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. So where do these picks fall? This is what's great. This is freaking incredible because we already had the 10th pick in the draft. And you remember, because of compensatory picks, it's, there's more picks added each round, so it changes the final draft position. We had the number 10 pick in the draft, which is great because, we stunk. We're actually better off that we stunk, because had we won the division like Washington, instead of it being 10, it would have been 19. And that means all of those picks are kicked back further. So we have the 10th pick. Then we have the 44th pick. Okay? 75th, and then our first compensatory pick at the end of the third round, 99th. So we got four picks, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 picks in the top 100. You gotta love that. 4 picks in the top 100s. And then we got another pick at 116. So we have 5 picks in the top 120. If we can't find a few starters here on defense right there, then we just need to get out of the football business. You've got high draft picks. Not only that, we then, of course, have the 139th, because that's a compensatory pick. We don't have our own 5th round pick because we traded that with the Eagles to get Tyler Badish. I'd say we did pretty good with that. But we end up getting that 5th round compensatory pick, 179, at the end of the 5th round. So we made that up. And then in the 6th round, we have the 192nd pick, and then 227, and then we have our final pick at 238. This is, I don't want to start doing this. I don't want to start putting false hope out there, okay? I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. But we have some things that are falling in place well for us. And sometimes you have to understand, in football, it's about getting a group of guys together and learning and growing together and getting that window to make a Super Bowl. And sometimes you have to have something traumatic happens. Sometimes when you're really good, but not good enough, it's hard to get out of that rut. You're good enough to keep winning and making like postseasons or just getting close to it, but not good enough to be able to win it. But you're not bad enough to really get that talent. And you keep in your mind thinking, we're close, so let me just keep adding a piece here and a piece there, as opposed to rebuilding. Well, you think about 2015. 2015 was ass. We lost Tony Romo. We didn't have a backup quarterback that was worth anything. And the team went down. And that brought in, of course, Zeke. It brought in Dak. It brought in Collins. It brought in Anthony Brown. okay? And it brought in Jalen Smith. And that happened because we were bad. 2016, we had a, you know, fourth place schedule or third place schedule. That helped us have some games that were more winnable. It ended up getting us a 13-3 season. Fortunately, we played Aaron frickin' Rodgers, and I hate that guy, and he got us in the end. So here we are here, deja vu. We don't have high picks like number 4 like we did, but we got a boatload of them. And you got 5 in the top 116. We had, even though as bad as a year we had last year, you can look at that as a redshirt year for our veterans, where you got the opportunity for a lot of young guys to get valuable minutes. I'm not going to say Terrence Steele is going to be a great offensive lineman, but the fact that he got to be thrown into the wolves, thrown in the fire, and got a chance to play, and now has an off season to put some more muscle on there to learn more, actually bodes well for him to be a backup. Same thing with CeeDee Lamb, same thing with Gallimore, same thing with Tristan Hill. These guys got experience, so now they're more like a veteran going into their second year. Well, Tristan Hill going to his third. But you understand what I'm saying. So you've got that dynamic. Now you have the chance to put in a whole lot more young blood, that infusion of talent. You have your quarterback coming back, which automatically elevates your offense. You've got now an off season for your coaching staff to actually teach the guys what they want as their philosophy. And we have a schedule that's manageable. The worst games on that schedule: Tampa Bay, Kansas City, New Orleans, but New Orleans, you can see they're cutting a lot of people. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be? New England should be a lot better than they were last year because basically they've got a lot of players coming back. New England, you're playing one of the best as far as coaches, but who's going to be their quarterback? Who's going to be their quarterback? Those are the 4 worst games on the schedule. Now, of course, you got your division, Washington, who's going to be their quarterback. The Eagles, their ass. And then you got the Giants. Add to that Carolina, Atlanta, the Raiders, San Diego, Denver. It's not as bad as it could be. And that's where you hope that all of these things are coming together. You got Dak Prescott's contract done, and you now have some room to spend some money when there's a lot of free agents that are good, that are going to be on the market, who might not be able to get deals. You might be able to get a few bargains in here. And we know how the Cowboys love bargains. So that's where we are with the compensatory picks. There's a lot of people out there who don't like me. It's cool. It's cool. I don't expect everybody to like me. There's a lot of people who think that I'm too Dak-centric. And that's cool too. To each his own. I just happen to believe in the guy. What Dak said today truly is the way I've been trying to live my life. You get out what you put into it. You guys know, I come out here every day. Or I try to every day. Some days it's just the weather's just really, really bad. And I had an umbrella out here that I used to keep for when it rained, but it kind of broke. Thought about building like a little roof over this, but then, you know, if you're on the deck up top, you like to be able to see through and see the people down here. So I don't know what the answer is. I was thinking about a crank out canopy, but that doesn't really, it's really made for the sun and not really bad weather, but I don't know, I'll figure out something. But I come out here every day to reflect and to make sure that I did everything I could to be better. If I didn't do everything that I could, how can I make up for it? Or how can I do things better? And that is where I am trying to put everything into everything I do and hoping that I can get great things back out of it. And that's the best way to live. If you want to achieve, it's never going to be handed to you. Well, in some cases it is, not in mine. I went to school hard knocks. But I believe if you set a goal and you bust your ass to get there and you make a plan, and if it doesn't work, you come up with a new plan, but you keep going at it, you keep going on. I have some dreams. And each day I feel like I take a little step closer, you know? And believe me, I have many, many times had roadblocks, and I'm working on something, and I've got a couple things that are damn near impossible, and I've tried to figure out every which way to go, and it keeps on getting knocked down, but I still have that dream. And hearing Dax say that, saying you get out of it what you put into it, I keep putting it in there, and I'm going to make sure I make this thing happen, or I will die trying. That's me in a nutshell. I appreciate each and every one of you all here, and I can't thank you enough. I always say, without you guys, this doesn't work, and that's the truth. With that being said, I'm going to go take me a shower, get this dust off me because I'm a dusty old ass, and I will see you guys in the morning, God willing. Peace.